Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today we're back on the beautiful Dale Hollow Lake to make another bass fishing video for you guys. This is 1st of July. The water temperature is 87 degrees, very hot, and what that means is the largemouth bass, which is what we are targeting, get very inactive during the day. They don't feed all that much, but once that sun goes down is when they kick in gear, start getting active feeding, and that's when you can catch them. So most of what we're going to be doing today is going to be fishing after dark. But what I like to do when fishing this time of the year is I'll come out early, an hour or so before dark. That gives me an idea to see where the water level's at, the temperature, where the bait fish are, and kind of set myself up for night fishing. This is Dale Hollow Lake. It is a super clear lake. Visibility right now is 20 feet plus. Being a clear lake, it does have grass. It has a lot of grass. The clear water lets that sunshine get down to the bottom and lets the grass grow. So the options here for night fishing is you can go out on the points somewhere close to deep water and fish those grass edges during the day. The bass get up in that grass in that shade. That's usually where you'll find your bigger bass, out on the points near deep water in the grass right now this time of day. Just real quickly, I'll give you a look at a couple of the baits I use. Here's probably my #1 go-to bait when coming out early. I like to idle around, find fish out deep. I usually won't hit the marina till over nighttime. This is a drop shot rig. You can put a fairly big weight on this. I've got 6-pound strand original line on here. For this clear water, you need something that's not real visible in the daytime, so this 6-pound strand works really good. Have a small little Senko type bait, open hook. Usually what I'll do is I'll graph over these points. If I see some bass, I'll drop this straight down their face. I don't cast this bait all that often. Really good bait to catch a lot of fish. I've caught a lot of big fish on this bait. Just a light spinning rod. Again, 6-pound test. Very, very important when fishing clear water is to have light line. And in order to fish light line, you have to have a good quality reel with a good drag system on it. I like these Pflueger Presidential reels. They're about 60-70 bucks. Kind of a low end of a high quality reel, but they work excellent, have an excellent drag system on there. The go-to nighttime bait, I don't care what lake you're on, whether you're fishing brush, grass, or what, is a Texas rig. Now, a Texas rig is simply a bullet style sinker that slides up and down your line, as you can see here, and a big 5/0 hook. I like to use a bobber stopper anytime you're fishing in cover. That basically just keeps your weight with your worm, and you'll catch a lot more fish with that, especially fishing in this grass. The go-to bait, 10-inch worm. There's nothing better. You can use a green pumpkin on a clear night. If you have clear water and a lit sky, you have a nice moon, good moon, use a green pumpkin, something natural looking. If you have dark skies, use a black and blue combination. Usually works good if it's real dark, no moon or not much moon. But if you want a good all-around bait that works on a full moon or no moon, use the old faithful purple. This will catch them in any conditions. It's by far my favorite. I find myself fishing it most of the time. Run it in there, hook it weedless. I'll show you a little closer view of how I hook that. Hook it weedless so you don't get caught on the grass. Pull your bobber stopper down so everything stays together. That weight will pull that worm down in that grass. Old Purple will catch them. All right, enough with the talking. Let's go catch some fish. Okay, here's a quick look at the grass. You can see the down scan or structure scan gives a much clearer image. Your 2D sonar, a little more cluttered, but it's more sensitive, better for finding fish. I'm just idling along this point. This is a long point that runs out in the lake right here. As you can see, I swung out and kind of got off of it. I'm going to cut it back in. Seeing a couple real small fish there on the 2D. Should be coming back up on some grass. Okay, right there is what we're looking for. Those are bass. You can see you've got a little bit of structure, a little bit of cover right there, and then those big arches. That's 3 bass sitting right there. We have some bait fish right here. Again, some more bass holding in 15 to 18 feet. Let's catch them. Yes, that's what I like to see. Okay guys, we come in here at the first pass. First pass over this point. We've seen, as you can see there on the graph, there's some bass. I turned the boat around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my purple worm Texas rigged. This has got a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight on here, so it will sink to the bottom very quick. We're in 16 feet. And what I usually do in this situation is I'll keep an eye on my front depth finder, and if there's some fish straight down below me, I'll pick up my drop shot, drop it straight down. But for now, to cover water, we're going to start out with a worm. One thing that's always important, check your drag. Always check your drag. As you guys know, bass fishing is usually not a numbers game, so you don't want to come out here and when you finally get a bite, break it off because your drag is not set. So here we go. Old Purple, first cast. Get the graph here on. Alright, sitting at 18 feet. As you can see, what I'll do is I'll let it go all the way to the bottom. The line went slack. And I'll reel it. I've got a fish. First cast. That's the importance of a structure scan unit. And that honestly is a good one. That's a good fish. It is on, right? First cast of the day. Old Purple has caught one. Oh yeah, come up here, baby. Here we go. Fixing to bring him in the boat. Oh me, oh my. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Bam! Check that out. First cast of the day. First one of the day. That's what I call bass fishing. Come out, idle over a point that's known to have fish on it, and the very first cast of the day, catch a 4-pounder. Look at that. Oh yeah, big female. I say female, and here's why. Take a look at her tail, nice and close. It's got a little blood. You can see bloody there. That's where she's been sitting on the bed. Look at that. Big, nice fish. I'm gonna turn the boat around so we don't get up on her spot. Take a look. Yeah. Ah, look at that. Big, nice one. Tell you what. Let me get the slime off of me. Grab the camera. We'll release this baby. Not sure if you all have noticed, but fishing gets me fired up. Look at that. Big 4-pound bass. Actually, she might go 4 1/4. That's a nice one. Here we go. Let's put her back so we can catch her again. Another day. Come on, baby. Be sure and bite my bait. Again, another day. Go on. Yes! First cast, 4-pound bass. I'll take it. Camera's all wet. What have we got? Little shirt action here. Come on, clean her up. Yeah. What'd I tell you guys? Old Purple. Re-rig this, as you can see. You want to come in here about 1/4 inch, swing the bait around through there, hook it weedless, pull the bobber stopper back down, go get another one. Yes, yes, yes.